Hello and welcome back to Civ 5 and Korea! Why did I say Korea like that? That doesn't make any sense at all, but it's okay, it's okay. So we're trucking along, we're working on the Oracle. We did not manage to get the Great Library, but that's okay. I feel like it's alright. I do feel like the Temple of Artemis used to be right there, so apparently we tore down the Temple of Artemis in order to start building the Oracle. That makes sense. But you know, whatever. Why not? Looks like somebody founded Buddhism as well, which is a little unfortunate, but oh well. There's still room for one religion to be founded. Will I get a chance at it? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I don't want to. Maybe I want to accept Catholicism or something like that, so that I can be better allies with the Celts. That could be useful. You know, apparently they just added some some Reformation to it, so maybe it's a good religion now. I might as well actually check that. What are the beliefs? Let's see. Catholicism, spreads science, but that's only for them, so they get a science boost when they do that, and they have better missionaries. I would get mosques, pagodas, and culture from plantations. Doesn't exactly excite me, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. That definitely does not excite me at all. Alternatively, I could get monasteries with Protestantism. I feel like none of those are particularly good. Well, I'll try my hands at founding a religion if I can get enough. And then we'll see what we can do. It may be that it's a sucky religion and I don't want to hold on to it. You never know, but I'm not going to rule it out. Not yet. Not quite yet. Metal casting is done. Welcome to the medieval era. Excellent. Do we want one of these easy techs, or do we want to go for something more interesting? Let's take a look-see. We've got metal casting. I could work my way toward machinery. I feel like it actually would behoove me to go for civil service instead, though. So we're going to work on that instead. Why do I say behoove? I just swear I've literally never said behoove in my life until, like, this week. How very weird. Assyria is beating me on technology, but that's okay. Korea is sort of a slow-building scientific race. You know, it takes a little time, but I am building 2 oracles, by the way. But yeah, it takes a little time. They get up there. It's the late game where they really start to shine. Why am I building 2 oracles? What the heck is going on? Alright, well, we're just going to start rushing along again. So one more turn until I get the oracle. The Desire of the Great Wall. Well, that's doable. And boom, I have a free social policy. Drama and poetry is done. Fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and finish tradition so I can get the growth boost. So let's do that. And now, let's see. They're up to 4. I'm going to go for the library for them. I got a slight boost in my science thanks to building that, because that is the Korean ability. Do I want to go for the Great Wall and the engineer points? Do I want to go for the mausoleum? No, not really. I feel like the best thing I can do right now is get my production up with a workshop. So I'm going to do that. Any second now, I should have a great profit. I'm really hoping soon. Trapping is done. That's cool. All right. Anything I want to get with this? I could start working toward liberty. Not because I don't really need exploration. Commerce isn't a bad idea, per se. Maybe this would be better. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to go with commerce. We're going to go for commerce, get my money, my economy nice and strong. There'll be some scientific boosts that come out of that. I don't want to go to war with Boudica. I don't even know where Japan is. I probably should find them at some point. And, yeah, okay. Well, I just saw a siege tower outside of Nineveh, so that doesn't make me particularly happy. Uh-oh, we have barbarians on the way. Well, that's fine. We're going to head that direction. Okay, so we did finish that. Let's see. I have 2 sources of horses, so the stable actually will give me 2 hammers in addition to everything else. That's not a bad deal. But I want things like a temple. I feel like I'm okay on happiness. Don't need the caravanserai yet. Amphitheater, meh. Meh. Do I want units? Maybe I should get a settler. Yeah, you know what? We're going to grab a settler. It is time to expand once more, while I'm in a good position to do so. Oh, looks like Kaisel took care of them for me. How very nice of them. Alright, that's fine. One more turn, and then I'll have access to another city. Now, where am I going to place this sucker? Ah, great profit. Excellent. Okay, now I could put the settler up here, but that's really close to Nineveh. Right here would just kind of be a slap in the face for them. It's a great strategic spot, though. Do I want to risk war with Nineveh? Not entirely sure. I feel like I could just conquer Nineveh later, honestly. It might be better to move over here so I have access to the coast. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move over that direction. Now let's found ourselves a religion, shall we? Let's park our warriors there. I'm going to found, no, not Hinduism, Confucianism, because that makes sense, I think, for the Asian culture. Church property, tithe. I think tithe is a good one. That's always pretty solid. Follower belief. I'm going to go with divine inspiration. I'm going to get from extra faith for having wonders. Again, because that boosts my faith up, and because I finished up tradition, I will have the ability to buy great engineers later. And if I get rationalism, I'll be able to get great scientists as well. So if I don't spend a lot of faith, I just kind of let it stockpile up as fast as I can. Like I said, it can provide some pretty nice wild cards later in the game. Now, what do I want to do? I think I'm going to go ahead and grab the Great Wall. One, because it's a mission from a city-state. Two, because it's a pretty nice early game defense, and great engineer points certainly don't go amiss. I want engineers and scientists all the way. Alright, now this guy can build something like Petra. Now that's pretty nice. Do I have any desert? Where are the deserts? Oh, it's right there. Well, apparently I have one desert. One desert tile. So it'd only give me one food and one production. And even then, that's a floodplain, so it actually wouldn't give me anything. And I get a caravan and 6 culture later. Not really worth it. No, I'm going to pass on that. Do I want something like the Colossus? No, I don't really think so. There's nothing to trade with. Mausoleum? No. I don't feel like any wonders in Busan would be a very good call right now. So instead, I'm going to continue working on increasing its population. We're going to go for a granary. It's a good staple building to go with. Mausoleum of Halicarnassus has been built, so there really wasn't anything to worry about there anyway. That's fine. No big deal. Looks like my workers are building a road, which is pretty peachy. Next turn. Oh, God. Okay. I need to just go ahead and found this city. There! Ha! Your camp has been destroyed. I'm gonna send my warriors down there and just start picking away at these suckers. I feel like I'm gonna have to just go with a granary. There are bananas and wheat nearby, so that's gonna give a good bonus of food. Now that I've got civil service, what do I want to work toward next? I think education makes the most sense. So we're gonna get theology, and we're gonna go immediately into universities after that. Now, are the barbarians going to open borders? No, because I don't want you sending Catholicism my way. I know that's all you want to do. Okay, well, it appears the swordsmen just left, so I'm just going to pick away at their ship instead. It had decided to attack my city, which was a very suicidal effort. But that's okay. Great Wall's about to be done. I've only got 2 workers. I probably should get to work on fixing that sometime soon. Maybe more would be useful. You want salt? Yeah, sure, why not? I have extra salt. You also want salt. Okay, no problem. I got like 3 or 4 salt. It's no sweat. Great Wall is done. Boom. That's great. We have a caravan. Alright. They would get a lot of science if I go to Edinburgh. I don't feel like I want to do that. I just want money. So let's trade up with Kaisel. They're close by. It's an easy trade route to defend. Let's upgrade to swordsman. And let's get to work on a workshop. Work on a workshop. Ugh, it's just I got no skills for words. That's all I gotta say there. Okay, the Chichen Itza is a fantastic one, just because it increases my golden ages, and every other NPC loves to go for that one. I don't mind stealing it from them, plus the great engineer points. Again, science and engineering. No, I'm not giving you any. Ah, there we go. Great engineer has been built, born. Not giving you open borders. Not giving it to you. It's just not happening. Sorry, buddy. Let's park on Jiangji. What? Jiangji? I don't know how you pronounce it, but if anybody speaks Korean, you are welcome to correct me.
3 things are necessary.
Okay. I'm just gonna let the great. Do I want the great engineer to do something? I could just tell him to like go to the manufactory and just give my city a nice boost to its to its production, which actually isn't the worst idea. Plus, because it's Korea, it gives him +2 science as well. That's not bad. That said, though, the ability to just like quickly build a really important wonder is nothing to sneeze at, so I don't generally waste my great engineers on something like that. So I'm going to let him sit. I cannot afford anything like an Inquisitor yet. I feel like that great prophet is coming to try and stamp out Confucianism, which is exceedingly rude. I have a good amount of culture, apparently, which is pretty cool. Yeah. See, Catholicism is trying to stamp out my Confucianism right from the get-go. I find that extremely irritating. But what can I do about it? Well, I tell you what I can do about it. I can get the Hagia Sophia. Provides a free temple as well. Free great profit. That would allow me to enhance my religion. Not a bad idea, all in all. Do I want to spend my great engineer on it? Yeah, you know what? I think I do. Because I guarantee you the Celts are making a beeline for it. So we're going to try to steal that from them. It may piss them off, but it's okay. Alright, now that we have ourselves a great prophet, let's go ahead and enhance our religion. Second follower belief. Nothing that'll give us any science, which is okay. I can get food. Happiness. I could go for a better production. I don't anticipate that I won't be at war forever, and I don't want to get slapped by that later. Religious community actually is not that great unless you have a really large city. Only because, plus a maximum of 15%, you got 10 hammers, that's 1.5. That's just not great. I'm going to go with feed the world. And as the enhancer belief, do I want to say it spreads faster, spreads to friendly city-states, further away. I'm going to say faster. No, wait. Defender of the Faith? Or do I want to spread it to Assyria so that I can conquer them? Really hard to say. I'm going to say spread faster because I want to get that tithe kind of going to get myself some extra money. And that's really the only reasoning I have behind all of that, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and build a shrine since once my Confucianism spreads, hopefully, I'll start getting more food out of that. I'm going to go ahead and get a market as well. I wouldn't mind having some more money. Definitely a useful thing. Education got done a little bit early, which is just perfect. Now I can start working on a university. Plus 33% science, plus 2 science from jungle tiles. Now I have a lot of jungle nearby. They're not in my borders yet, but that's okay. Okay, so let's get to work on something else. I still do not have optics. That's kind of funny to me, but not a huge deal. I want to start working toward architecture and things like that, or economics. I don't have any mountains, so I don't want to get an observatory, because that's just not worth anything to me. Printing press isn't bad. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is definitely a great one. Let's get that. We're going to head toward the printing press. Again, we're just totally bypassing optics entirely, but it's alright. Let's get another university going. Or actually, no, I take that back. I want to get another worker going, because I feel like my tiles are not improving as quickly as I really want them to. Petra's built, no big deal. La Venta has been forced to pay tribute to Assyria lately. Well, that's interesting. So I could get your attention by giving you money. If I give you... Well, I don't feel like they're going to give me anything extra if I give them any money. So if they were saying they were investing and they give me like an extra 50% influence for the money, maybe it would have been worth it. But no, they didn't do that. So instead, we want to work toward mercantilism, I think. So we're going to work on purchasing Langsnechts. They're a great mercenary unit, and I have money. I haven't really built much of a military force, so if I need them on the fly, it's definitely not a bad option. Guilds is done. Cool. I'm going to send you to auto work once again. And now you can build... A forge, maybe? No, let's go with the university. Let's just keep boosting up our science as much as we can. Nothing important to build here except for perhaps a national epic. So I'll do that. That gives me faster great people. I definitely like having faster great people. We're getting a lot more toward... Well, no, actually, great scientists and engineers are being both kind of equal, honestly. Because I have 2 people inside the universities, don't forget, as Korea... specialists also give +2 science, so having lots of specialists is always pretty useful as Korea. So I'm definitely not eager to get rid of that. Sure, I will allow you to have an embassy if you give me a little bit of money. Why? Because you already know where my capital is. I don't mind you having some diplomacy options with me. Zhongzhou has grown pretty nicely. So we're going to continue that streak. Let's actually get a library, because your population's getting up. A lot of people, when they're doing science, think it's best to like make a beeline for things like the library. It's not entirely true, because the science boost that you're going to get is heavily dependent upon the population of the city. So if you have a population of just 1 or 2 and you get a library, that library is kind of worthless to you. It's definitely not worth going for. So I'm going to get Barabadur, because, frankly, my religion isn't spreading at all due to the ruthless Catholics. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get that. The Holy Mosque of Dejin has been built. Physics is done. Lots of wonderful stuff. I now have a city connection, which means my money should be going up. I am raking in a fair amount of cash. Do I want to buy anything useful here? How about a workshop? Yeah, let's buy the workshop so I can speed everything up in Zhangzhou. Chivalry is also on the way. Alhambra is actually a very useful wonder, I think. Definitely worth taking a look at. Now, Busan, I feel like, could probably be my merchant capital of the civilization if I wanted to, but I don't know. Notre Dame is nice. Definitely very nice. Do I want it? Not enough to really invest a lot in it, so I'm going to instead keep working on my economy, I think. Let's also get some crossbowmen, just so that people don't think I'm a total pushover. Even though I kind of am right now. If a massive army was sweeping in against me, I could be kind of screwed, but it's alright. I'm a small civ, easy to defend right now. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Chivalry should be about done. We got 130 science per turn right now, which is very useful to me. And I'm going to work toward a university on Zhangzhou as well. 1, because the population's high enough and there's some jungles, so it's worth getting. 2, because once I have a university in Zhangzhou, I'll be able to get Oxford in Seoul. And that is a nice national wonder to get. The Parthenon has finally been built. It's only 650 AD. So, you know, why not? Okay. Oh, these are all Catholic missionaries. Gasp! Alright. Well, I have no choice. Let's spread the religion of Catholicism. I feel a little bit dirty for doing it, but oh well, I guess Confucianism is not meant to be, so instead I can go ahead and spread the faith and try to use it to develop better diplomatic ties with all of my neighbors. I certainly could do worse. It's alright. Do I want to get Alhambra? Provides a free castle and that boosts the culture output by 20%. That's definitely no pushover. But I feel like right now I'd rather get the ironworks just so I can get my production up and running. George Washington Goethals. I don't know who that is, actually, which is surprising to me. My happiness has taken a dump. That's surprising. I have the most production right now tied with Assyria. They're definitely going to be a threat to me later, I can tell you right now. I'm kind of mentally preparing myself for the thought that I'm going to have to go to war with these people. That's okay, though. Definitely could be a lot worse. I'm going to get a Colosseum to work on my happiness, because I haven't been paying attention to that, and it's starting to bite me in the butt. I don't want to lose the potential of getting a nice golden age. Those are always lovely. Let's get our missionary and spread Catholicism to Kaisel and Nineveh. There you go. And you're next going to head toward La Venta. There we go. Okay. Again, having... No, I'm not going to war... Japan! Shut up! Okay. And perfect. Okay, I can't seem to get to Acer, so I'm gonna keep... Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna have to wait until you give me an opening, aren't you? Oh, I now have to get a spy. We're gonna go to Acer, because I know that they're kind of close to me on technology right now. And we're finally going to grab optics, because there's really no excuse not to have a basic telescope in this game. Come on, people. We're scientific marvels, we're the technological civ, and we don't have a telescope. Shame on you people.